Welcome to OSBA TV, the second game of the week here. We are watching Thornlea at home take on Kings Christian. Kelsey Wright-Johnson, Ryan Greco bringing you the game with 8 minutes left to go. The score right now, 5-3 for Thornlea as Sean Miller-Moore puts in the dunk to make it 7.
Sean Miller-Moore, one of the more athletic players you're going to see in the OSBA. Enjoying the final home game of the season here against Kings Christian before both teams gear up for the playoffs, Kelsey.
Right now, Thornlea sits in 7th place in the OSBA with a 7-11 record. And you can see the young guns here. Lucas Sakota chucks one in from deep. That's his second now from beyond the arc this game. They're at 18-1, sitting at 11th place. That one against Father Henry Carr earlier this month. Yeah,
that one victory against Father Henry Carr. Really, it seems like this team is starting to peak just at the right time, especially come playoff time. And Lucas Sakota is one of those guys you can look at. He's going to be a big factor for this team moving forward, not just for the rest of his young high school career, but even in this game right now. He's already got 2 very deep threes, Kelsey.
Here's Sean Miller-Moore now in the open court. It's stolen, though, by Walker.
Some great team defense there, able to smother Miller-Moore, not allowing him any space to move. And you know, once you allow him to get some space like that, Kelsey, he's going to make you pay for it.
Here's Kobe Antwi up top, being guarded closely by Cassius McNeely. 2020 versus 2020 there. Here's Brathwaite now, gets it over to McNeely. McNeely looks to get a 3-ball of his own. It's just long.
And McNeely, you see him setting up in that corner. He's a guy who's never afraid to let it go.
Lucas Sakota goes for his third. That one just off the mark. Now in the open court, it's number 3. That one, no good.
No good there. Some good defense there. A little bit too much going on with the hands while he was attacking the basket.
Coleman Stuka from the 45 is good. Kings Christian is shooting the lights out.
Very impressive move there, Kelsey. A movement off the screen, something that you want to see Kings Christian do consistently right now. We see anytime they try and shoot the ball off the dribble, they've had a little bit of trouble sinking shots. But as soon as they get their feet set and get those shots up, they tend to knock it down most of the time.
And there you go. They got the steal now on the open court. A huge block by Sean Miller-Moore.
We were talking about just how athletic he is before this game, and that's another example of it right there, Kelsey.
As he picks up the assist, that one will go to Darrell Atkinson. Sakota now for Kings Christian. On the 45, comes off a screen. Finds Walker down low. Walker now backing his way to the basket. Just long. Miller-Moore with rebound.
You're hoping that Walker could be a little bit more decisive. He got so much space inside going to the basket there, Kelsey. You'd want to see him, you know, realizing once you've seen that you've gotten yourself that deep into the post, a little bit more confidence in your shot. Take your time, roll it in. Some good work there.
Great defense there by Kings Christian. It's knocked out of bounds, so it will be Thornlea ball on the baseline. 5 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the first. Right now, it is a tie game, 9-9. Knocked out of bounds once again by Sakota. That one will stay with Thornlea. 17 seconds now on the shot clock.
See if Kings Christian get another stop here, Kelsey, before. Nice block there.
A nice block, and the big man down under cleans it up.
There it is. You can see a full court press now on Kelsey's. Thornlea really trying to do their best to disrupt the passing lanes here, but to no avail this time around.
Walker with the mid-range jumper is nothing but net. He ties it back up now with 5 minutes left to go in the first. It's 11-11.
That's a great find there, especially if you catch it in the middle of that quick mid-range jumper. You got to have the confidence to get that there and hope that no one's going to come and block you. Nice response.
Another
there.
big shot there. That one will go to Dean Andrade. Walker now up to Sakota. Sakota gets it over to Graywall. That one's good. Another 3-ball for this young gun team. Back to a tied game, Ryan. Just over 4.5 minutes left to go.
Well said, Kelsey. And Kings Christian showing consistently that they can make those shots if no one's giving them any tough defense.
And on the other end, it's Brathwaite who spots up. The Dalhousie commit gets a 3-ball of his own. Can we get an answer here in the corner? Back to back for Jaden Graywall.
My goodness. Kelsey. Not a whole lot of defense here, but a whole bunch of entertainment.
It's 17-17 right now. Just over 4 minutes left to go on the clock. A beautiful pass there by McNeely. Gets it in. Just will not fall.
That's a tough one there by Richards, who was just trying to catch it under the rim to go up and in.
Stuka tries to keep that fiery hand for Kings Christian going. It just won't fall this time. Here's McNeely up top now. Swung to Andrade. They get it now into the big man down low. There's going to be a foul called, and he's going to go to the line now for 2.
There's a good positive, good strong take you see there. Something that neither team has really been doing consistently so far in this game is really getting physical at all. A lot of the buckets that have been scored have been open jump shots, but you know that's also a kudos to both teams' offenses running so efficiently right now, Kelsey. Guys are extremely comfortable right now shooting the basketball.
3 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the first. It is a tie game, 17-17. Kings Christian had a quick substitution there. The 2020 Nwaga, one of the most athletic guys on this team. He makes his way onto the court.
Man, it's action getting right in.
Jordan Brathwaite's going to be called with that foul. Coleman Stuka, he's going to take it out of bounds now for Kings Christian. Right in front of the camera, you get up close and personal with these guys here as they bring it out of bounds.
It's a good testament in the Thornlea gym.
3 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the first. Here's Sakota. Sakota to Graywall. Graywall kicks it right back out to Sakota for the 3. A bit short, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Something I'd like to see from Graywall the next time around when they're running that play, Kelsey, is just have a little bit more consistency. A little bit more, give yourself a little bit more time to let the play develop, because we had an open man cutting right to the basket there off of that double screen that he could have found in for an easy bucket instead of having to try and swing it around the perimeter.
Brathwaite gets it into the corner now, double teamed. He's able to get it out, up to Andrade, back to Brathwaite now. The future Dalhousie Tiger just off the mark.
Yeah, it's just a tough miss right there, as both teams have now started to cool down just a little bit offensively.
Graywall now up top. Over to Coleman Stuka. He drives, gets it off the glass, and it's good.
That's an excellent decision there, Kelsey. You know, when the jump shot's working for you, sometimes it's a little bit too tempting to take those open shots. But if he saw you got a straight line to the basket, no fear, gets right in there, and great finish.
Brathwaite looking to redeem himself. That one off the mark. Manella picks up the board.
There's coach yelling, go, go.
Sakota gets it over to Manella. He skips it now to Graywall. Sees the open lane down the baseline, kicks it out to Sakota up top. He drives, and it's blocked.
There's a block there. Hand straight up in midair.
Andrade from the corner chucks it up just off the mark. This one's knocked out of bounds. I didn't see who it went off of, Ryan, but the ref is saying went off of Thornlea. It's going to be Kings Christian ball now. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the first.
That was a very good call there, I think, Kelsey. It kind of bounced off two hands, went up. You could have made the case either way there, but I'm going to have to agree with the refs on that one.
Just over 2 minutes now. Kings Christian leads the way 19-18. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Manella. He drives behind the back, gets it to Stuka. Puts it up for the mid-range, and they open the lead now 21-18, under 2 minutes left to go, Ryan.
That takes confidence there, Kelsey. That's practice in the gym, just messing around with the basketball to put it behind your back like that, keep it away from the defenders, while at the same time keeping an open eye for the open man.
Andrade splits the defenders, puts it up with the answer. It's good for 2 points.
One thing we're seeing as well, more than anything, has just been this fantastic spacing that Kings Christian's shown so far. Very impressive for such a young team.
Coleman Stuka brings the lead now to 4 with a big 3-ball.
Well, here at Kings Christian, they've got that first win under their belts now this season. They're a confident bunch playing good basketball right now. Should be a very, very close game today.
And the thing is, Ryan, last time these two teams matched up as Cassius McNeely sinks one from deep, it was only a 3-point game, 80-77.
Yes, absolutely, and that was early in the season too, when we didn't really know exactly just how good some of these teams are going to be in the middle of the pack. You know how good the defending champs are going to be, and you know how certain programs are going to perform to a certain extent. But these two teams have shown just how scrappy they can be. And despite Kings Christian's record, they've been in a lot of games against a lot of very good teams. So this is not a game Thornlea really should be overlooking, especially going into the playoffs.
Well said, Ryan. And at the break, we can go over that playoff structure, talking about who these teams are going to take on in that first round. for now. It's Cassius McNeely bringing it up. Less than a minute left to go in the first. Trayvon Blake from the corner, no good. A big rebound, though, for Kings Christian.
That is a big rebound here.
Great defense here by Thornlea. Graywell able to get right past a beautiful pass into Morvan. There we go, cleaned up. They take the lead back now, 26-23, 33 seconds left to go in the first.
One thing that we're seeing right now is a lot of patience on the offensive end from the ball handlers, waiting for the lanes to open up.
McNeely from deep. It bounces around, just won't fall. Here's Graywell now on the other end. Coach saying last shot here, 17 seconds. It's stolen, though, by Dean Andrade.
Unfortunately there, if you're the man cutting to the ball, you're going to have to cut a little bit closer, especially when you've got so many white jerseys that are covering that mid-range area of the box there, Kelsey. Fortunately, he got caught that time.
Brathwaite puts up the floater. It's just short, right at the buzzer. Ryan at the end of the first quarter. It's 26-23, and it's Kings Christian leading the way over Thornlea.
Well, really, what else can we say about this game so far, Kelsey? You've got two teams that have been incredibly comfortable shooting from the field. Had a little bit of a cold streak there for the last 2 minutes. But even so, Kings Christian finding multiple ways to get to the basket, finding multiple ways to find their open man. Not really too phased by the full court press right now, but it'll be very interesting to see how they're going to react to that once the breaths start getting a little bit heavier and the legs start getting a little bit more tired.
Well said, Ryan. And I mentioned that we're going to talk a little bit about the playoff structure and where these teams are going to end up heading into playoffs. Next week, Kings Christian will take on Ridley Prep on April 6th in that buy-in round. It'll be a great game. The winner of that game will go on to play Athlete Institute in the next round. Thornlea, however, they're going to take on Vaughan. Let's talk about good games. So Thornlea will take on Vaughan. The winner of that game will move on to play TRC in the next round.
Really, the one that's going to fascinate me more than anything is you could have asked for two better play-in games, if you will, between Thornlea and Vaughan, two teams who play incredibly similar styles of basketball, relatively similar makeup style when it comes to size and athleticism. Then you've got Ridley and Kings. The two youngest teams are going to be squaring off against each other in that first round of playoffs. So who better to have the first bit of playoff experience in the OSBA ever for both of these teams than against each other. Well
said, Ryan. Well said. Now heading into the second quarter of this matchup again, it's Kings Christian leading the way 26-23. Both teams, Ryan, have been on absolute fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and I don't see that necessarily stopping almost anytime soon. Both of these teams are still relatively fresh. You're not even really seeing anyone breaking a sweat so far in this game. It's just been that much easier for these guys to get their shots off. So I'm certain that both coaches have been emphasizing the importance of closing out in defense in this second quarter.
Here's Sakota now for Kings Christian. He's looking to find Manella. Great defense, though, by Thornlea. Sakota, the up and under, it just won't fall.
And that's the kind of shot that he's going to be learning to hit once he gets a little bit older. Keep in mind, he's still only a 20-20, Kelsey.
Sean Miller-Moore from deep, just off the mark. A big rebound by Luka Sakota. He's in the open court now, pulls it back. Going to set something up for this team. Just under 9.5 minutes left to go in the first half. There's a steal by Sean Miller-Moore. He's going 1 against 4. Can't put it in over that young gun defense.
That's going to be a tough one there for him. He's going to want that one back, especially after such a great defensive play. The backcourt of Kings Christian is really going to need to make a mental note to know where he is at all times.
Manila, a beautiful move there, but it's blocked by Dean Andrade. Sean Miller-Moore now. The reverse is good for 2 points, making that a 1-point game now, just under 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Manila from the three, it's good!
And once again, that's a lack of awareness on defense. Guys are running back, but they're not checking on their man. How many times have we seen Manila in this game now just set up in that corner and get that shot off?
Kings Christian now showing a zone. They're in a 2-3. It's Jordan Brathwaite up top, back and forth with Katenge. Into Sean Miller-Moore. He finds the open man underneath, and Darrell Atkinson puts it in.
Atkinson showing great awareness there, cutting to the basket at the perfect moment when the defense collapsed in.
There's a steal by Atkinson there. Gets it quickly to Katenge. Over to Brathwaite. Brathwaite finds Sean Miller-Moore. A little pump fake, and they're going to tie the game up now, Ryan. 29-29 with 8 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Well, what more can we say about the last two possessions offensively for Kings Christian? Not the kind of possessions you want to see. Guys are kind of, giving away the basketball. I guess the best way you can put it is killing their dribble earlier than they really should. And one of the And really, when you're a veteran team like Thornlea, you're going to take advantage of that, and just showing some great patience under the rim with Shae Miller-Moore. He saw that guys were flying in looking to try and make the block. He knows he's got a bit of a target on his back, being one of the better-known players on this team. So really just an excellent effort on defense by Thornlea, and also just as equally an impressive feat on the other end, getting some consistent baskets to roll in.
I think it's interesting to look at the rosters, Ryan. We talk about this almost every game that Kings Christian is a part of, but they have 8 players who graduate in the 2020 class, and you look over at Thornlea, they're graduating 7 of their players this year.
Yeah, so once again, it's the battle of conflicting experience here, but Kings Christian has shown so far in this game that they're not going to be going down easily, and they've been very, very, very comfortable. You can see the composure this team has had by knocking down multiple open shots.
We mentioned it before. As Thornlea puts on their press and Jordan Brathwaite gets the steal. They take the lead now for the first time this quarter, 31-29. But again, we were saying, Ryan, the last time these two teams matched up, only a 3-point game.
Yep, it's a very, very close game we've seen. And as this full court is on, now Kings Christian staying patient, able to break it.
10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They find Robert Manella on the 45. He finds Antwi up top. Antwi over to Sakota. 1 second on the shot clock, and that is going to be a shot clock violation. Thornlea ball on the sideline.
There it is. Unfortunately, Sakota, there's no shot clock number up there because you can see him checking the scoreboard to see how much time he had, but that's also awareness. You got to know what the shot clock is too.
Shae Miller-Moore hands off now to Brathwaite. He gets it over to Andrade, kicks it out. But there's going to be an out-of-bounds call. It's going to be Kings Christian now on the baseline. They are down, Ryan, 31-29, with 7:21 left to go in the first half.
And Andrade there, that was actually on him there with a bit of a poor pass as he was trying to kick it out. You got to take care of your passes.
Sakota gets it to Coleman Stuka. Stuka looked good from here. It just won't fall.
If he made that, I would have been impressed because he fully looked away from the rim for a pass and at the last second brought it up for a shot. Nice spin move there.
There's a big block by Shamar Walker on Kings Christian. Shae Miller-Moore able to keep possession, though. 12 seconds on the shot clock. He drives, keeps it nice and high off the glass, just off the mark, Ryan.
That's something there. Looks like he doesn't believe he touched
Shae Miller-Moore is going to be called with that foul, and it's going to be Kings Christian ball on the sideline. There's a substitution in for Kings Christian as they take it out of bounds. Number 10, Jaden Gruel, will be in for this visiting team.
Gruel had a very impressive first quarter, making some big shots and some nice plays here. See if that continues.
He gets it over to Sakota. They got to get it over half, and they do just in time. And, Ryan, there's going to be a foul call.
Yeah, absolutely. In Sakota there, the importance, though, you want to see them reacting just a little bit quicker. As soon as you see that opening, you got to go right for it. You got to know exactly where you want to be on the floor there. But luckily, he was able to do it just in time.
Here's Goel up top. Spots up right off the bench, and it rolls in, Ryan. Tell me the importance there of that shooter's roll.
That right there, when you can get the flick
That's
off the wrist like that.
That's the definition. Definition shooter's roll.
Yep. That's the kind of shot where the coach goes, good shot, good shot, good shot.
They're about to put you on the bench, and then
it went in.
Kobe Antwi drives for Kings Christian. The floater down the middle brings the lead back now. Kings Christian leads the way 34-31. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the first half.
Antwi sinking one of the most underrated shots there is in basketball, Kelsey, the floater.
When it's practiced.
Yes.
Wasn't that your thing?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to do it, practice it. If you're going to do it in a game.
Jordan Brathwaite puts it up. It's just short. Here's Gruel now in the open court. He pulls it out, gets it to Sakota. Quick release, just long, and Andrade rebounds.
That's not the shot you want if you're the coach of Kings Christian. If Sakota's going to take that shot, let him get set first instead of him trying to lean into it when he's already halfway behind the three-point line. You got to make sure you as a player know exactly what you're going to do with the ball.
Andrade releases from deep, off the mark, a big board for Shamar Walker.
That's some great defense there. The importance of closing out your man, something we didn't see in the first quarter. We're starting to see a little bit in the second now.
It's called out of bounds on Kings Christian. The refs are going to get together now and see if there was a tip. They're going to agree that it was tipped, so it's going to stay with Kings Christian on the baseline. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 5:21 left to go in the first half. Luka Sakota chucks one up off the mark. Shae Miller-Moore pulls down the board. 100 miles an hour. Great pass there by Sean Miller-Moore into Darrell Atkinson.
And Atkinson showing some great hands there, catching it low and able to still have the composure to go up and finish high.
Coleman Stuka on the other end. He's going to go to the charity stripe now for 2.
There it is, the importance of attacking the rim. Like we said so far, Kings Christian have actually done that slightly more consistently than Thornlea has, but really a smart decision on their offensive end. They've missed a couple of threes now, open threes at that, and they really kind of did look rushed at this point, so no better time than now to start saying, okay, let's kind of go back to basics. Let's attack the basket. Let's give ourselves some open shots and some chances at the free throw line.
Now, Ryan, we talked about Coleman Stuka earlier in the game. Now he's at the charity stripe, sinks the first one. In that one win they have on the season against Father Henry Carr, he ended the game with 30 points.
Well, once again, he's the kind of player. How many times have we seen between him and Lucas Okoye? Those two are fearless. You know, they've got a scorer's touch about them. They have a bit of an edge to them. They play the game the right way is what I'm trying to say, Kelsey.
Here's Sean Miller-Moore now. In the corner, goes up off the glass, no good, but he gets his offensive rebound, uses that athletic body of his to put it off the glass now for 2, only trailing now by 1, Ryan.
That's Sean Miller-Moore for you. He is the biggest player on the floor right now, most athletic.
Kobe Antwi from 3, it's just long. That one's gonna go out of bounds, and it's gonna go Thornlea ball, 4 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in the first half.
I like the substitution we're seeing right here, Kelsey. You got to bring in the big man if you're going to see Sean Miller-Moore put that kind of damage and work in down low.
Alex Noaga checks in for Kings Christian. And it's going to be Thornlea ball. Brathwaite brings it up for the home team. McNeely now on the 45, right back over to Brathwaite. The 2-man game, it's in the hands of McNeely, right back to Brathwaite once again. They finally include somebody else. Trayvon Blake goes from the corner, up off the backboard, and it's long.
That was a fearless take by Blake. Just got to have a little bit more body control and keep your head up when you're dribbling. See maybe another option.
Big steal here by Cassius McNeely. He gets it up now. Up to Blake from the 3-pointer. There we go. He redeems himself from beyond the arc.
You could tell as soon as he let that one go, Kelsey, how smooth did that release look?
Here's Graywall now. They got to get it across. He puts it across, but Brathwaite steals it. Sean Miller-Moore with the jam.
And unfortunately there, you've got to make sure if you're a teammate of Graywall's, you got to get up there and support him. You got to help him, let him know where you are.
This press is why Thornlea is leading right now, 40-36. Kings Christian able to break it that time. Kobe Antwi releases just off the mark. A big rebound, though, by Noaga.
Just can't put it back. It's that body control, that release.
Sean Miller-Moore over to Brathwaite. He releases from deep. He sinks it, plus he's going to go to the charity stripe for one more. You don't get to see a lot of 4-point plays in basketball, but when you do, they're pretty. Now the Dalhousie commit will go to the line for 1.
That was a great shot there, and just once again the importance of getting that ball around quicker than the defense can rotate and react to it, and that's just an example of it right there. And one thing we're noticing right now, we're seeing a lot of hands on the hips of these Kings Christians players. We talked about the possibility of fatigue, because in the very beginning they had no problem breaking this press in that first quarter, but it seems around this time now they're having a little bit of trouble, Kelsey.
Well said, Ryan, well said. So the 4-point play is good. They take the lead now 45-36, 3:09 left to go in the second quarter. This is the biggest lead, Ryan, that anyone's had so far in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's once again, though, see, they're going to keep on with this press.
They're almost tripling Sakota up top now. Stuka gets it out. Manella right from the bench. He just subbed in. Is just short on the 3. Great second effort there, though, by Noaga. Atkinson kicks it out to Brathwaite. He redrives middle. Dishes it to Blake. Puts it up for back-to-back threes.
That's an impressive shot there by Blake. Once again, guys kicking it out, finding the open man.
Kobe Antwi now kicks it out once again. That one's knocked out of bounds by Atkinson, and it's going to stay with Kings Christian on the baseline.
And Kings Christian, you want to try and see them limit their cross-court passes like that. When you put yourself up in midair and you have to make that pass, and you're not giving yourself many options when you do that. And this Thornlea team is athletic enough, and they've seen all those kinds of passes. A lot of these guys, this is the last season for them, as we said earlier. They're going to know those passes are coming.
They've got 7 seniors on their team this year, but Kings Christian drives, and they're going to get an and one of their own. Lucas Sakota off the glass on the left-hand side, plus he'll now go to the charity stripe for one more. As I say that, Sam Thompson makes his way into the game for this young Kings Christian team.
This is a good substitution here, Kelsey, but let's talk about Sakota for a second there. There's a reason why Thornlea has been pressuring him so much when he's bringing up the ball. They're trying to get him tired. They're trying to get him fatigued, so he's not necessarily playing his best kind of game, because we see right there, once you give a guy like Sakota some space, he will do damage.
Atkinson up top. Gets it over. Now in the hands of McNeely. McNeely to Atkinson. Kings Christian back in that 2-3 zone. McNeely saying, that's all right, I can sling it, it's just short. Antwi now brings it up for Kings.
One thing I want to see a little bit differently, Kelsey, is if you're going to double team a guy like that, crowd him, force him to make a play. Don't just stand there. If you're going to stand there, you're just going to give him just as much time to make something work.
A little miscommunication here by Kings Christian. It goes right out of bounds. It's going to be Thornlea ball now on the sideline. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the second. It's a 10-point game, Ryan, 48-38. Thornlea leading the way over Kings Christian. There's a timeout called on the floor.
Yep, and really just the reason that Thornlea has this lead in the first place has just been the importance and the use of that full court press and forcing the point guards to make tough passes here. And one thing that they know about this Kings Christian team is that when they try and go 100 miles an hour, some of the mistakes that they make is, they're trying to just find the easiest pass instead of finding the smart pass. Thornlea's done an excellent job of making sure they're covering the floor, cutting down the angles, something we just talked about earlier. When you got players in the corner that are jumping into midair, trying to spin 180 degrees and make a pass, I mean, more often than not, that's not going to result in a very productive offensive set. So, something that Thornlea definitely needs, Kings Christian needs to do a little bit more consistently right now, Kelsey, is finding the open man. And if you're seeing that your teammate is in trouble, getting out there and being that help and allowing those passing lanes to be just a little bit easier so you're not turning over the ball as much.
All right, 2 minutes, 19 seconds left to go in the first half, Ryan. Again, a 10-point game if you're just tuning in now. 48-38, the home team Thunder leading the way over the Kings Christian Cavaliers.
Kings Christian, 2:19 is a very long time in basketball. You have an opportunity to even possibly come back and tie this game at some point.
Well, hey, we saw that last night in the first game of the week here in the OSBA with, I think, 8 minutes left to go in the fourth. Orangeville was up by at least 10, ended up being close to a 1-point game with a second left. So, I mean, 2 minutes and 3 seconds now left in the half is a long time to bring that up going into that break.
Especially when you have both teams are pressing really right now. Now, Kings Christian more so doing it in a half-court sense, but, anytime that you're pressuring the ball and you're using it with multiple men, anything can happen.
Coleman Stuka now at the line. He's got 2. This team is in bonus.
But you do that as well by making your free throws.
That one's good.
I always get surprised when I see players that are so good at shooting the three, missing the free throw here and there.
Here you go, Ryan. Kings Christian now in a full court 1-2-2. Andrade. Out to McNeely. McNeely drives, goes up. Trayvon Blake has been coming to play today, Ryan. Had a couple big threes, a lot of cleanup buckets down underneath.
Absolutely. Blake's just been at the right place at the right time consistently here. And with two teams that are more known for their perimeter work than their post work, that's really how you get your buckets if you're the garbage man like that. What a shot.
Antwi looks to pass it in, looks around to pass to someone else. No one's around, chucks it up, and that 3 ball is good, bringing them now within 8. Cassius McNeely up top. Comes off a screen from Blake, pulls up from beyond the arc, looks for the answer, it just rattles out.
That's a big rebound in possession there for Kings Christian. Let's see if they can get another one now.
A minute and a half left to go in the first half. Here's Sakota up top. Looks to turn the corner, gets it into Thompson. Thompson right back out. Manella to Sakota from deep. It's good for 3 points.
I think he was almost on the purple for that one there. Kelsey.
That was a deep three. 1:10 left to go in the first half.
At the very least behind the volleyball line.
For sure behind the volleyball line. McNeely hands off to Andrade.
Nice.
A nice little Euro step, just can't connect. It's picked up though by Darrell Atkinson.
When you're making that move, go right to the basket.
Shot clock will be reset now to 10, Ryan. The referee calling it, saying it wasn't reset after that first shot, so we got to call it. Take 4 seconds off of play that did happen, so it'll be 10 seconds. There's a timeout called on the floor by Thornlea. 54.7 seconds left to go in the first, Ryan, a 5-point game.
Yeah, a 5-point game. We just talked about it earlier. Once again, King's Christian showing just how deadly they can be behind the arc if
Look
you
at
give
that.
them an open look.
You can see Kobe Antwi looks around. It sinks in. What a play.
Absolutely, right? That's something that King's Christian does extremely well when they shoot the ball well, they become an incredibly difficult team to beat.
.7 seconds left to go in the first half. It is the home team, Thornlea Thunder, leading the way over the King's Christian Cavaliers 50-45. And it's going to be their ball now on the sideline.
Thornlea, smart timeout here. Recognizing as King's Christian went on a bit of a scoring run there.
5-0 run.
Yep, trying to get themselves back into it now.
Oh, no, 7-2 run.
Yes.
King's Christian back in that 2-3 zone. They get it to Andrade. We'll see what they've drawn up in that timeout. Brathwaite from deep. He goes up. It's just off the back rim. Sean Miller-Moore cleans it up.
And there it is, the importance. You play until the whistle. You play past the whistle even if you have to in this league.
There's a big pass there. Coleman Stuka able to keep it. He gets it over to Sakota. Sakota into Thompson. He puts it up off the glass. It's good for 2.
From something to nothing there, Kelsey. What a heads-up play to find it inside to Thompson. Hands ready. I'm surprised he didn't jam that one down, to be honest.
Brathwaite gets it back up. Brathwaite now at the 45. It's a 2-man game up top and at the 45.
6 seconds.
Almost
5,
a steal there.
4,
Sean Miller-Moore
3,
puts it up.
2,
There's nothing there.
1.
Luka Sakota gets it to almost half. Puts it up. It's off the rim, Ryan. That would have been a fun one, but at the end of the first half, it's Thornlea leading the way, 52 over King's Christian, who's got 47.
Kelsey, the way he's been shooting the ball, would it have really been that shocking if he was able to make that one?
I mean, seriously, eh? Let's watch the replay again here. All right, we're going to send you into a quick commercial break. There's 10 minutes on the clock for halftime. We'll see you for third quarter action.
So, James Karnik, 24 points, 15 rebounds. Tell us how you guys do it out in BC.
You know, in BC, we go hard, rebound.
You got to speak up, speak up. Let the cameras know, let the viewers know.
We just got to go hard. I wore my knee pads today.
Wear knee pads?
I got every board.
Okay.
That's how we do it out here.
All right, so what are your plans for the playoffs?
Playoffs, we just got to keep going hard, keep doing us. Make sure we stick with our offense.
How many points, how many assists? Anybody? Keshaun, great game today. So tell me how it was.
You know, we got to sack it to them. They thought they were going to be the #1 seed, but we had to tell them that was otherwise.
Here you go.
One more. I got one more for him. So, Mr. Karnik,
yes,
how does it feel to be the best big man in the country?
It feels great. I'm just waiting for my biosteel invite. Where's that at?
All right, well, Orangeville Prep took this one over AI 94-90. The big man here, you heard it from Junior earlier, 24 points, 15 rebounds. Let's talk a little bit about it. You got points from down low, most of them, a few huge slams. You also threw one in from beyond the arc. What was going through your mind at the beginning of this game?
Well, my mom came from British Columbia, so I made sure that I had to put a show on for her. But in the end of the day, we just got to make sure that we get a dub, big dub. We got our rivals, make sure that we show out.
All right, I want you to talk about one specific play to me. On the end in front of your bench, you went up for the massive dunk. Next possession, on the other end, took the charge.
Yeah, I had the momentum. I saw him coming my way, so I knew I had to step in and get in position and take it. So.
All right, you heard it here first. Let's ask Ignis Brasikas one question. Get over here.
Sure.
Iggy, that offensive rebound at the end of the game sealed the deal for you guys to put you at the line, put you up by 4. That makes it a 2-possession game. Tell me what's going through your mind as that one's rolling around the rim and you go up and grab it.
I just know I had to make the play because like we're down. We were up 1 or 2.
You were up by 2.
So then I knew we had to make the play because I didn't want to leave it up to them to win. So I just wanted to make sure we got the dub.
Fair enough. My last question for these guys who are bombarding me right now.
You got to ask the manager first before you speak to my manager.
Junior, is it okay if I ask Keshaun a question?
Yeah, you can go.
I got permission. Okay. Keshaun, tell me the feeling going through your mind right now. You're the #1 seed, just beat the rival team that you live with, sleep with, eat with, go to school with.
You know, every time we step out on the court, especially against these guys, I think we got a point to prove. We have a lot of underrated guys, so every time we step out, I think we have something to show everybody else. Like, there was a Twitter voting, and we had like a 10% voting that we were going to win tonight, so I think that just hit everybody cold in their chest.
And this is just another season game.
Yeah,
like
we
nothing
have way more to prove. We have way more to prove. We're about to win the finals, so this is just another basketball game for us.
All right, again, at the end of this one, it's Orangeville Prep over AI 94-90. Make sure you tune in. Playoffs start next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Going into your locker room right now, what was said to you guys? You clinched now that first place spot in this league. You're tied with 2 other teams, but you're 2-0 now against Father Henry Carr.
Just a great feeling. We work a lot. We work hard a lot behind the scenes that no one sees, right? So it's just a great feeling just seeing all our hard work paying off in the game.
Let's go through the game quickly, all right? In the third quarter, you had back-to-back monster athletic blocks. Talk to me about those.
Just playing defense. My teammates did a good job of telling me where to go, and I did a good job just staying in front of my man.
Fair enough. With 6 minutes left to go, you went coast to coast, got that and one. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When you grab that on the other end, what's kind of running through your mind going all the way down, grabbing that and one?
Just realizing that the game's getting close, they're getting baskets, we're exchanging baskets back to back, just knowing that what I got to do for my team to win. So I just noticed that no one was stopping the ball in front of me, so I just took it all the way.
And you took it into your own hands once again at the 3-minute mark. Got a huge jam, but it was after attempting the jam, getting the travel right before that. Didn't stop you. You went right back up for the dunk. Talk to me about it.
I just didn't let that bother me. I didn't let that affect me whatsoever. Just knowing that what my team needs me to do, I just came here and did whatever I needed to do to get the W.
And now under 1 minute left to go. Father Henry Carr brought it back within 8. Talk to me about what's going through your team's minds at that point, knowing that, you know, you got to pull this one out, only 1 minute left.
I feel like we were playing to their level. We need to start controlling. So I wanted to get the ball to control the pace at our level that we play at. So I just got the ball. We need to settle down, and then we just execute in transition.
We saw you grab the ball at that 1 minute mark, kind of put your hand up saying, everyone calm down. Is that something that's just coming from you as a leader, or is that kind of a relayed message from Coach Charles?
Just coming from a leader, just knowing what we got to do at that time, knowing that we're in the seat, we're in the front seat, just knowing that we don't need to rush the ball, we just need to play at our pace.
All right, now you guys have a ton of games left to go in the season, a really tough schedule with a lot of the top teams in this league. Talk to me about the rest of your season and what we're going to expect.
A lot of hard competition coming from us. We come into the season, I feel like people had us as an underdogs, and just being at the top of the stand is just a great feeling, just knowing that we're here to compete and we're here to win.
All right, congratulations again, Emanuel. All right, Shae, you ended this game with 22 points, but it was your steals that had everyone talking. You at least, I'm going to say at least, had 10 steals in that fourth quarter. Talk to me about your defensive prowess.
We were down the whole game, and the coach is just like, we have to find a way to get our team going. And usually, Carr is just defense, so just found a way, and I just started getting aggressive, and steals came up, and just ran with it.
You made it look easy. And then, guys, with under a minute left to go in the game, you're only down by 8. Talk to me about what's going through your mind at that point.
Just push, just keep attacking, and hopefully the refs help us out, but it didn't happen today.
This is a tough stretch of your schedule right now. 3 teams right now are tied in the number 1 spot. You got 2 of them this week. Welcome back to OSBA TV. You got to see some great highlights from yesterday's game, as well as some games between Father Henry Carr and Bill Crothers. So that's always fun at the start of this one, Ryan. 52-47. It is Thornlea leading the way over King's Christian in the final game of the week of the regular season in the 2017 OSBA year. Kobe Antwi for 3.
Great shot there by Antwi, and we'll be sad to see it go. And you made me regret missing that game. My goodness, what a great game it looked like too, based off the highlights. But I did have a chance to see it on the webcast, which was great. But above all else, happy everything turned out the way it did.
Absolutely. Here's Cassius McNeely with the fadeaway. He doesn't hit anything. King's Christian getting hyped off of that one. It's going to be their ball now on the baseline. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the third.
Well, when you can knock down a big 3 and force one of the better players on the other team to shoot up an air ball off of some great defense, I'd be pretty hyped too, Kelsey.
Turnover there by King's Christian. McNeely makes the most out of it, brings the lead now from 2 to 4, 54-50. 9 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in the third. A quick timeout for the young team.
No, I like this timeout here. Don't allow it to get any worse than what we've already seen so far, because we've seen how big of a lead Thornlea can create off of this full court press that's been working for them. And if it isn't broke, don't fix it, as we're looking at the replay here. And it's those easy buckets right there, Kelsey, that really result into allowing games to get out of hand. And to be honest, that's been one of the King's Christian's biggest Achilles heel throughout this entire season, is allowing those easy buckets to come chance after chance and game after game against some of these very, very talented teams all across Ontario. Anytime you give any team like Thornlea an opportunity to get easy buckets, I don't care what level you're at, I don't care what skill level you're playing at or what age difference it is, it can get real ugly real fast.
Well, especially because King's Christian looks like they have to work so hard for all of their points.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To give up an easy one like that, especially to McNeely, who you know is going to make it. He's not going to miss that open layup on the right-hand side.
Absolutely.
Sakota Gets around Sean Miller-Moore, chucks it up, and there's a steal there. They get it up to Miller-Moore. He goes up for the jam, Ryan, but he's called for the traveling violation before he goes up.
Unfortunately, that's one that's going to make his coach want to pull his hair out. If you're going to make a play like that, you got to dribble the ball first. You can't take 2 random steps like that and then just go up to dunk it.
Let's take another look at this one. He grabs it. Takes 1 step, brings the other foot right to his other one, goes off 2. That's going to be a travel. Lucas Sakota on the other end goes up. Stuka with the offensive rebound, cleans it up. It's a 2-point game now, Ryan. 8.5 minutes left to go in the third.
Good finish by Sakota there, keeping the hands high on the finish.
Katenge goes up. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Thornlea, though. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Sean Miller-Moore will bring it out for this Thunder team. Gets it out to McNeely. McNeely right back over to Katenge. He kicks it out. Swung to Brathwaite. Finds a wide open McNeely from the 3. It's just off the mark. A big board by Thompson.
You see McNeely, though, the importance of closing out your opponent. McNeely had to kind of lean a little bit to the right when he took that shot there because of the closeout. Excellent defense. You don't think it makes a difference as a defender? Well, you better believe it does more often than not.
Stuka kicks it out to Kobe Antwi. Antwi splits the defenders off the glass. Gets an offensive rebound, though, and he cleans it up, Ryan, with that second chance point. He ties it up at 54 apiece, just under 8 minutes left to go in the third.
And really what you were talking about earlier, Kelsey, these guys are working for every bucket that they can, so you can imagine how good they got to be feeling right now if they can keep finishing under the rim like that.
Sean Miller-Moore looking to isolate him. And it works on the left-hand side off the glass. They take the lead back now with 7.5 left to go.
Miller-Moore, the X factor, brings his team right back.
Robert Manella chucks it up, but I think it was tipped there, Ryan, by Atkinson. Here's Sean Miller-Moore on the other end, going against Thompson. Can't do it the first time, reaches over with his other hand and just slides it in for 2 points.
That's just stamina and athleticism right there to finish.
Antwi goes up, no call there. He's unhappy with that one. Miller-Moore on the other end. He counts it for 2.
That's it.
And just like that, Ryan, it's a 6-point game.
Once again, Sean Miller-Moore, he is the X factor so far in this game for Thornlea. Kelsey, as soon as he seems that his team is kind of lagging a little bit on offense, he just takes matters into his own hands and won a couple
little
of great
Energizer
finishes.
Bunny.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent second chance finishes, taking on the bigger defenders.
It's going to be King's Christian ball now. 24 seconds on the shot clock. 7 minutes left to go in the third. It's Antwi up top. Antwi gets it over to Sakota. Sakota drives, puts it up. It's no good. Almost a rebound there by Noaga. Knocked out of everyone's hands. Finally, McNeely comes down with it, goes up, and that foul will go to Robert Manello.
You got to find that was a nice little impressive pass there. Once again, Thornlea, that's the second time we've seen them create something out of nothing with a loose ball. Getting it bounced between his legs.
McNeely now at the line for 2. In their last game against Lincoln, where they took it 99-93, McNeely ended the game with 13 points. And Ryan, right before that, they played Vaughan. They took it again 99-95. They love scoring 99, apparently. Cassius McNeely had 24 points.
They're undefeated if they score 99. Don't quote me on that, folks. There's a lot of games to go through to make sure that is an accurate prediction.
Noaga can't connect, gets the offensive rebound. He goes up, though, and he will go to the charity stripe now for 2. That foul goes to Dean Andrade.
And Noaga, that once again, this team finally getting rewarded for the foul line for all that second chance efforts that they've put together so far in this third quarter, Kelsey.
Noaga now at the line. First one is good. You can see how he got to the line here. Grabs that offensive rebound, goes up with the inside hand, and it just doesn't fall. Here's Noaga now. It's off of him. It's going to go out of bounds. Thunderball on the sideline.
Fortunately there, Noaga didn't get his hands up in time there to receive the pass as it bounced off of him. Too much popcorn.
It's the popcorn fingers.
Isn't that right, Kelsey?
People who don't listen to us a lot are probably like, what the heck are popcorn fingers? Here's Jordan Brathwaite at the 45. It just rims out. Cassius McNeely, tries to clean it up, but it just won't fall. Here's Sakota now.
McNeely trying to get a highlight there.
Would have been for sure. Coleman Stuka Goes up, no good. Big rebound here for Nuega. Puts it up himself. It rolls around the rim, but it's good to bring them to 57 with just under 6 minutes left to go in the third.
And here's that X factor we've been kind of talking about here. Thornlea really doesn't have all those multiple arms under the rim to kind of go up there and finish with Nuega. They do have Sean Miller-Moore, of course, but he's more of a backcourt player.
Miller-Moore gets the beautiful pass there into Katenga, but he just can't finish. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third.
Let's see if Kings Christian, they're only down by 4 so far, Kelsey. They've been stemming the tide, if you will.
And for a team that shoots so well from beyond the arc, 4 points is nothing. Here's Cassius Neely now in the open. He goes in. Off the glass on the right-hand side is good. He's even laughing at himself a little bit there, Ryan.
Yeah, he lost control of the ball for a second. They're able to make it back, though.
With no one around him.
Yes.
It's going to be a travel there against Kings Christian. It's going to go Thunderball. There's a couple of substitutions for both teams. For Kings Christian, Jaden Gruel comes back into the game. And for the Thornlea Thunder, it's number 35, Trayvon Blake, making his way back onto the court.
Folks, if you're watching the back of his jersey, yes, that is a bit of a mess. But don't worry, he is number 35.
Big steal here by Stuka. Just loses it right into the hands of McNeely, who chucks it up. Gets it to Sean Miller-Moore for the huge jam.
That was mean, Kelsey. That was the, just in case you were thinking about it, stay out of my way kind of dunk.
Stuka going up for the easy layup on the other side. Ryan, worth the same amount of points.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what it's all about. And nearly getting a steal there.
Miller-Moore kicks it out to Blake. Blake drives, gets it to Katenge. He saves it from going over and back. There's 11 seconds on the shot clock now. No good for Thornlea. It's King Christian ball. Here's Manila from beyond the arc. He puts it up. No good.
Not a shot I'm incredibly a big fan of there, Kelsey.
Watch this one again. Sean Miller-Moore slings it back. What a jam, Ryan.
He was eye to eye with the rim. My goodness.
Here he is now up top. Beautiful pass down low into Blake. Just a second too soon, it looked like, in the play. So now 4 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the third. It's going to be Kings Christian ball. Here's Dakota.
There's some good ball movement there, Kelsey.
Yeah, great way to break the press. Manila chucks one up. This time it's good.
That's what it is. Move it around so the man's open, and then off to the races you go.
3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. It is a 3-point game. Beautiful move there by Sean Miller-Moore, creating his own highlight tape here tonight.
My goodness, yeah, and he's just finding new and exciting ways to get to the basket almost every time.
Going for the alley-oop. They were trying to get some highlights in there themselves. Coleman Stuka going to be charged with the foul. It'll be Thunderball now on the sideline.
That one will come with a few years' experience, Kelsey.
Look at this.
Miller-Moore, defender draped all over him. That's that touch, that shooter's touch. I'll be honest, Kelsey, when you see something like that, it really just kind of looks more like it's just coming with experience than because we've seen a couple of these 2020 and 2019 guys on Kings Christian trying to do stuff that's similar, and it's just bouncing out. It just takes time in the gym, time with yourself, and time to figure out your shot.
Well said, Ryan, well said. And now all the guys on the floor right now for Kings Christian, minus Jaden Gruel, number 10 there on the top. 20 kids, that makes them grade 10 students.
It's incredible. See the size of some of these guys.
Sean Miller-Moore tries to go up for another highlight. It would have been great, just can't keep it. There's going to be a foul there on Kings Christian.
So one thing I like there, though, is that there's no call there on Miller-Moore hanging on the rim, and the reason why not is, I think you kind of look at it, you see all the traffic that was sitting underneath that rim. You want the player to be able to get down safely, so it's not always necessarily about showboating. Sometimes you just got to make sure that they can get down without, any kind of serious injury, because these kids, they can fly.
Trayvon Blake sinks the first from the foul line. He's got one more. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the third. It is 68-62 for the home Thornlea team.
Blake, something we talked about with Blake earlier in that first half. He's been quite the vacuum cleaner under the rim, getting the putbacks left, right, and center. See if he can continue to be that guy for Thornlea. in the second
Ruel
half.
drives, gets it to Thompson. He puts it in for 2 points.
There it is, fantastic ball movement. The importance of ball movement in the paint there, Kelsey. If you can find the open man when the defense makes the rotation, easy buckets every time.
Sean Miller-Moore kicks it to Kitenge.
Oh, wow.
Nice pass in there to Blake. What a play, Ryan. Everyone on this team has touched the ball now. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sean Miller-Moore redrives right into the hands of Stuka, who gets it out to Gruel.
Oh my goodness.
Stuka puts it in, plus the foul, Ryan. So instead of that first layup, it's going to be even better. Stuka now has the chance to get a 3-point play. Take another look at this one.
Let's take a look at this. You can see Miller-Moore out of nowhere. What athleticism to go and try and pin it. Keeps it high off the glass. But of course, that's why you follow the play. Follow the play. Finish the play. Excellent finish at the rim, and he gets rewarded for an extra point. A possibility of an extra point, excuse me.
Stuka's at the line now for that one foul shot, and it's good. Ryan, bring it within 1 point now, 68-67, just over 2 minutes left to go in the third.
This is a very similar game to the game we saw last time. I mean, the finish was only 80-77, a low-scoring affair like this time around as well.
Looks like Kings Christian in like a 1-3-1 zone. McNeely sets up from beyond the arc, and it's good. Looking back at the Kings Christian bench.
Gotta love it. Gotta love the competitiveness of these kids, and what a find there.
Thompson says we can do that too. Now 71-69, 1:45 left to go in the third. There's a substitution on for Thornlea. I can't tell what happened, Ryan, but he's going right into the change room, whether it's a contact or a bloody nose or something. But
I think that could be it.
Yeah, it's going to be Thornlea ball now on the sideline. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 1:43 left to go in the third quarter.
Just had a chance to see that replay there. That shot with the hand right in his face. We've seen that a couple of times in this game, though. The little bit of audacity out of there.
Here he is now again up top. Can he go back to back? Ryan, it's good. Now looking at the bench once again with a little smirk on his face, knowing he has the hot hand from beyond that three today.
I think you've learned now from this point, you can't allow him to get that kind of open space right now.
Coleman Stuka in the corner with the answer of his own, keeping it now at a 2-point game going into the 1 minute and 10-second mark of the third.
There it is. There's smirks all over the gym right now, Kelsey. Guys are feeling themselves off these shots.
McNeely, can he go 3 for 3? It's good!
And now there's McNeely. Oh, my God.
Gruel tries to find Thompson underneath. It's knocked out of bounds, though, by Thornlea, so it's going to be Kings Christian ball on the baseline. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan, under a minute left to go now in the third.
There it is. Look at this replay here, Kelsey. Gets the shot. First thing out of he does is just the bow and arrow to the bench. I'm actually I'm surprised he hasn't gotten called for one of those by now. He's got to be careful.
I like it. He gets the steal here. I'm excited for the finish. He goes for the finger roll. That one's no good. He's looking for the foul. Kobe Antwi now on the other end kicks it out to Thompson. Everyone's shooting threes here, 1 through 5, and there is going to be a foul there on the rebound. So it's going to be Thornlea ball now on the baseline. There's a substitution in for Kings Christian. Shamar Walker makes his way back in for Sam Thompson for the last 32.4 seconds of this third.
Kelsey, I don't know if we're in a basketball gymnasium or if we're at a shooting range right now, because that's the kind of shots that have been going off so far.
It's an absolute clinic here at Thornlea tonight for the last game of the week of this season. Here's Brathwaite, dishes it out. That one, no good. Kobe Antwi just can't connect, so it's going to stay in the possession now of Kitenge up top.
Yep. Last shot of the game, last shot of the quarter.
12 seconds left to go in the third. Kitenge up top, looking to isolate Jaden Gruel. 6 seconds now, he goes up and under, it's no good. 2 seconds, that's going to be the quarter. At the end of this one, Ryan, 77-72. Thornlea hangs on to their lead.
Let's see the isolation at the end of the quarter there, Kelsey. Not exactly, and this is something that we seem to have a little bit of trouble. A lot of teams have trouble with that last possession of the quarter. It just seems like there's a little set of extra nerves there, because as he was cutting in, going to the basket, you had McNeely sitting right out here for a wide open three. You got to be able to make sure you got to find that for the final shot. It's the difference between a 5-point game and an 8-point game, which is a very big thing going into the fourth quarter.
Well said, Ryan. Now we're going to take a quick break. You're going to meet some of the coaching staff at Bill Crothers, and then we'll be back for fourth quarter action. All right, I got two of the coaching staff here for the tied for #1 seed right now team, Bill Crothers. Guys, talk to me about your role, first of all, as the head coach and the help that you get from assistants.
This is Yusuf Shirazi. He's been a manager with our school for 6 years now, Yosh? 6 years? Wow. And he's been the head manager, the brains of the operation, keeps me in check, and clearly the best looking guy and best dressed guy in Bill Crothers.
Clearly the best dressed guy, I'm actually going to say, in this entire league. Right. I'll give you that award there. Tell me about why you love working with teams like Bill Crothers.
Because they are good. I like to be a manager.
Okay. Fair enough. Tell me a little bit about his role on the team.
So Yusuf comes to the majority of our practices, helps out the guys. He's done rebounding. We've got him doing stats. He's even drawn up a couple plays before for our guys. So he's a renaissance man. Does a little bit of everything.
I love it. Now, you guys, a deadly duo here. I mean, you're dressed in sweatpants, which I expect. He's dressed in a suit. Let's talk about your outfit right now.
Tell her about what you're wearing.
I'm wearing a blue suit.
Where'd you get it?
From Sarah.
Ooh.
I like it. I like it. Give me your prediction quickly for the rest of the year so far for this Bill Crothers team. Are they going to go all the way?
Think we're going to win?
Win a lot of game.
And then?
And learn.
And learn.
Yeah.
Like that.
Learning is important, guys. Congratulations on your game again today. Welcome back to fourth quarter action here. Kelsey Wright-Johnson, Ryan Greco bringing you the last 10 minutes of this ball game. It's a 5-point game right now, Ryan. Thornlea leading the way.
There's a tough shot there, something in Sakota. Not a lot of great lateral movement for a point guard. You know you got to try and guard him one way or the other.
Little miscommunication there on the Thornlea team. It's going to go out of bounds. Kings Christian ball on the sideline. 9.5 minutes left to go in the game.
And as Sakota's getting the ball here, Kelsey, just want to kind of clarify what I just said there. It's not that he's not a great lateral mover. It's just more he's not a point guard that's really known for his crossover. It's more of his attacking the basket or spotting up for a three to find the open man. That's kind of more what his game is.
Coleman Stuka gets the offensive rebound. Now a 3-point game with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the third. Ryan, this one is going to come down to the wire.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing we're seeing here is the length of Kings Christian really benefiting them. Great finish there by McNeely.
McNeely having quite a second half, Ryan.
Yes, he is, absolutely. And even earlier in the first half, you saw he kind of had it going, getting a little chippy under the net there with Thompson earlier.
Sakota just can't do it off the glass. McNeely now on the open court. Goes through two defenders. And it's Sean Miller-Moore who cleans it up with, once again, Ryan?
It was the put-back jam. Put-back jam. Sean Miller-Moore, he is the X factor in this game, and he's proving it every single time that his team needs a bucket from him.
Stuka from deep. It's no good. McNeely just out of those popcorn fingers again, so it'll stay with Kings Christian. Here's Gruel up top. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes out to Walker. Walker now. That's going to be an over and back call.
That's an unfortunate play there. It just seems, once again, when you get a little bit.
Take another look at this one.
Look
at that put back jam, Ryan.
That's a big put back jam there by Miller-Moore, showing that composure in midair. Relocate the ball, throw it down.
McNeely spots up from deep. That one just rims out.
That one was half in. What was it that you say, Kelsey?
You get like half a point.
Yeah.
And then you can add up all the half points at the end of the game.
There you go.
There's going to be a foul there on Trayvon Blake, and it's going to be Kobe Antu who goes to the line now for two.
Great decision there by Antu. We saw that he had his defender backed in past the net, actually, if you will, past the backboard. As soon as he saw he had that kind of separation, he was able to kind of go up, and Blake had really no choice there but to at least just get his hands in there and prevent the basket.
In Kings Christian last game, against Vaughan, they did lose it 101-78, but Antwi ended with a team high 16 points. There's a big rebound there by Nuega. Gets another offensive rebound, goes up, but he's stuffed in the air by Sean Miller-Moore.
And that was some perfect timing by Miller-Moore, and he's had a few of those all season where he just kind of almost stalks his opponents.
Katenge in the corner, drives baseline, gets it to an open Sean Miller-Moore down low. Brathwaite from the corner now. It's just off the back rim. Sean Miller-Moore picks it up, gets it to McNeely. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Thornlea ball on the baseline. 14 seconds on the shot clock, Ryan, and 7 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in the fourth.
Kings Christian's going to really need to get a couple of stops here. They got to do everything they can to make sure that Miller-Moore and McNeely are not in rhythm for these final couple of minutes, or else this game might already be over.
Big rebound here by Stuka. Gets it to Sakota. Sakota gets it tied up. That one is going to go out of bounds off of Thornlea. It's going to be Kings Christian ball on the sideline. A substitution in for Thornlea. Jordan Brathwaite will take a quick seat on the bench, and it's Dean Andrade who comes in for the home team.
There's one thing that Sakota is going to have to start learning more consistently, or sorry, Stuka is going to have to start learning more consistently, is if you're seeing that pressure coming on you as he just misses that shot.
Another half point.
Yeah, really. You got to get rid of the basketball. You got to trust your other teammates to be able to make the right decision with the ball. Just because you're the point guard doesn't mean you have to try and dribble through everything. It's got to stay composed.
7 minutes left to go in the fourth. Katenge over to Miller-Moore. Here's Miller-Moore, drives, goes up, no foul call, able to get the offensive rebound. It's McNeely in the corner, just off. Another offensive rebound for Sean Miller-Moore. This time it goes in, plus he will go to the charity stripe for an extra one.
That's it. That's one of those things there. You got to make sure as soon as that ball goes up, it doesn't matter who's under the rim. You got to make sure you're boxing them out and taking away any opportunities of second chance points. And unfortunately, Miller-Moore there, once again, he's the most athletic player on the floor. You got to be able to make sure that you're keeping him away from the basketball, because when he gets it back like that and he's got his mind on the mission, he's going to score.
You can see that here. After 3 offensive rebounds, able to put it in with the contact.
Yep.
And he will go to the line after a quick timeout called here on the floor. With 6 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, it is 83-75 for the Thornlea Thunder. Welcome back to fourth quarter action. It's Sean Miller-Moore now at the line for one. 6 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in the game. Right now, Ryan leading by 9.
There it is, Kings Christian. Full court press is on.
Sakota gets it up to Gruel. Gruel up to Manella. He finds Kobe Antwi down low. He's stuffed, though, by Cassius McNeely.
I have to say, if I was Antwi, I would have went up right away. A lot of hesitation right now from Kings Christian on these runs, as McNeely, no hesitation there whatsoever for the finish.
Little finger roll right down the middle, behind the back pass now to Stuka. Back to Gruel. They got to get it over. That's an 8-second call, 16 seconds on the shot clock, Ryan. So it's going to go right back to Thornlea now on the sideline.
Unfortunately, like I just said, a lot of hesitation here from the Kings Christian offense. Guys, just not sure which one is the right pass to make. Sometimes you got to just kind of trust your instincts and just make that pass regardless.
Miller-Moore up top, looking to ISO Stuka. A nice spin move there. It's good for 2 points. This is the last regular season home game, Ryan. So any coaches watching out there, Sean Miller-Moore, the 2017 grad, still up for grabs for a school. Lucas Sakota, however, a 2020. He's got a few more years, sinks the 3 ball.
Sakota, what a finish there that one was.
Here's Miller-Moore now up top for this home team. Couple behind the backs. Tries to get it out into the corner. That one is out of bounds. Substitution in for Kings Christian. Alex Noaga comes in for Kobe Antwi. And for the Thornlea Thunder. Jordan Brathwaite makes his way into the game for Darrell Atkinson.
That's a bad
There's
shot.
a 3-second in the key, even though it was shot.
Yeah, Kelsey, I don't know exactly what was happening there, but not a big fan of that shot earlier. Man wide open under the rim. You got to make sure as soon as a man's coming to close you out, get that quick pass inside, go up, finish, get the easy buckets. Don't
There's
start
only 19
settling.
seconds on the shot clock. How is there a 3 in the key?
Who knows?
Kings Christian ball up top. There's going to be a foul. That's an off-ball foul, it looks like. The guy who went down actually is going to be charged with that foul. Nuega will pick that one up. It's going to be Thornlea ball now on the sideline.
Unfortunately, Kelsey, we're seeing a recurring theme here with Kings Christian. It's really been the story of their entire season. Absolute amazing effort, some fantastic highlights, but at this final quarter, they just always seem to kind of struggle offensively to close out.
Jordan Brathwaite for Thornlea gets it into Sean Miller-Moore. The fadeaway, a little Kobe, it's good for 2.
And Miller-Moore's feeling it now. At this point, you might even have to consider double teaming him to try
But they're
and stem
only
the
allowed to
tide.
get 8 more points, Brian. Thornlea just like scoring 99.
That's true.
Gruel goes up. It's blocked, though, by John Katenge, and it's going to be Kings Christian ball now on the baseline.
With some of the defense we've been seeing at the rim here, some of the great rim protection, they may only need 7 more points, Kelsey, or 8 more, excuse me.
Here's Gruel now up top, 12 seconds on the shot clock. A steal by Sean Miller-Moore. He's in the open court. Gruel goes for the block. Not happy that he's called for the foul, though. Now Sean Miller-Moore will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Gruel thinks he got all ball there, so, I mean, who knows? But he was. Let's take a look at the replay here. Goes up. Well, he might have a case. And 2 hands on the ball. Didn't see him knock the head. Didn't really see Sean Miller-Moore's head like tilt at all from any kind of contact. He might have actually had a case on that one.
Miller-Moore can't connect from the foul line. He's
Ball
got
never
one
lies.
more shot. I hate people who say ball never lies.
Well, you'll definitely hate Mississauga then.
I played on Mississauga when I was growing up.
Well, the guys say it a lot.
Coleman Stuka drives left. Stolen, though, by Brathwaite. Brathwaite now going 100 miles an hour. Gets it up to Sean Miller-Moore for the alley-oop.
Unfortunately, Kelsey, it looks like this game's starting to slip away a little bit, down by 15. Kings Christian, too many players trying to do it by themselves right now. That's not the way you're going to come back in this game. There you go, find the open man.
Sakota to Gruel, goes up. No good. That one's going to go out of bounds off of Kings Christian. Take another look at this alley-oop. Brathwaite chucks it up. And it's Sean Miller-Moore leaping out of this gym to put it in for 2 points.
Miller-Moore is human highlight reel in this game, Kelsey.
Katenge now has the ball for this home team. Gets it up to Miller-Moore. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the 4th. Miller-Moore to Katenge now in the corner. Puts it up for the 3-ball, Ryan. Nothing but net.
Katenge had all the time in the world to get that shot off, and he made the most of it there. Nice little setup, follow through, perfect rotation, swish.
Here's Sakota now up top for the Cavaliers. Drives right, dishes out. Now Gruel gets it right back to Sakota. From deep, it's just off the mark, and Miller-Moore pulls that board down. Under 4 minutes left to go now in the game. Katenge goes up. That foul is going to go to Nuega. The bucket is good, and Katenge will go to the line for 1 more.
Yeah, I think Nuega, he's kind of run his course here defensively, just getting a little bit too tired, a little bit too heavy, giving too many opponents the opportunity to kind of finish their shots after the foul, and that's something that you just can't afford to do. If you're going to foul somebody, make sure that they don't get that shot up.
Couple substitutions for both teams for Kings Christian. For the second time this game, John Lewis Morvan comes in, as well as Kobe Antwi and Sam Thompson. And for Thornlea Thunder, Cassius McNeely is back on the floor.
It's a good decision here. You got McNeely and Miller-Moore here to try and close out this game for Thornlea so they can try and finish, go to 8-11, on the season. They still have a couple of games in hand here.
A nice drive there by Lucas Sakota. Gets it to Thompson. It's good off the glass for 2.
I hope they keep going back to Thompson because he's been the only very consistent player for Kings Christian under the rim this entire game.
Sean Miller-Moore up top. Getting dangerously close to that half-court line. Gets it to McNeely now. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the fourth. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brathwaite over to McNeely. McNeely puts it up. It's good, but it will not count.
It's just been one of those kind of days for McNeely behind the arc. Even the ones that don't count are going in.
Substitution in for the Thornlea Thunder. Sean Millermore will take a seat on the bench with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go, and it's Darrell Atkinson who comes in for him.
Well, if Thornlea can keep putting up this defensive effort they've had so far, that might have been the last we've seen of Millermore in this game.
Cassius McNeely, who knew he could jump that high, grabs the board above the rim, gets it to Atkinson now. He goes up, off the glass is good.
And that's how you make an impression right off the bench, coming right in there and making an effort and finishing up and under. Great finish there.
Manella up top, over to Antwi. Antwi drives, dishes off to Sakota, re-drives, gets it out to Thompson. The big man from the three just rattles out.
Not a bad decision there. They know they need three-pointers with 2:21 to go. He had an open look at the bucket, but thought he could try and spread the love a little bit. Thompson has been a consistent player so far in this game, as I've just mentioned.
Three ball from Brathwaite in the corner. No good. Big rebound there by Morvan. Here's Sakota, gets it to Morvan,
Nice
kicks
pass.
it out to Manila. Manila with the mid-range jumpy, and it just rattles in. It goes around the rim a couple times before going in. They're now sitting at 82 with under 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Get the friendly shooter's bounce, but it may have been a little bit too little too late here, Kelsey. Kings Christian had no real answer at the beginning of this fourth quarter for that full court press. Thornlea's just trying to kill the clock now.
Brathwaite goes up. It's stolen, though. Here's Morvan on the open. He goes up. Off the glass is good for his first 2 points of the game.
I love it when you can see role players take initiative like that and just attack the rim.
1 minute and 29 seconds left to go in the game. There's a big steal here by Sakota. Sakota gets it to Manella. He chucks it up. Nothing but net.
Yeah, you're going to need to take a timeout here because don't look now, but as soon as I said it, never say it's over until it's over, Kelsey, because right now a quick 7-0 run here by Kings Christian has them just with a fighting chance.
101 to 87, 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go. Look at that. Didn't hit the rim for a second. An absolute swish to bring them now to 87. Ryan, at the end of this one, what is it that Kings Christian's going to need to do to bring this lead just a bit closer to them?
Well, really, what we just witnessed was the Kings Christian we'd seen in that first quarter. Guys that were freely setting up and going to their hot spots, the places they know they like to shoot the basketball, staying active on defense, not giving up on any kind of loose balls. If they're going to run the floor, make sure they're running the floor and doing it with purpose, though, because a lot of what we've seen in this fourth quarter, whenever Kings Christian has tried to hurry up their offense, they've never really had an opportunity, or there's never really been an actual plan to what they've been doing. There hasn't been a lot of set screens. There hasn't been a lot of communication. It's just been a lot of guys trying to do it themselves. So if they can continue to keep sharing the ball, keep their heads up when they're dribbling, they're going to give themselves an opportunity here. But most importantly, they've got to create turnovers. There's no more standing around and letting Thornlea dictate the speed of their offense. You have to start pressuring these guys into making bad passes.
Well said, Ryan. Again, 1 minute, 18 seconds left to go in the game. It is 101 to 87. Thornlea leading the way over this young Kings Christian team. The last game of the week here in the OSBA this year. There's another timeout now called by the Thornlea Thunder. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to OSBA TV. Only a minute and 18 seconds left to go in the game. It is 101-87. Thornlea leading the way. There's going to be a foul there on number 11, John Lewis Morvan, and it's going to stay with Thornlea now on the sideline.
I love Morvan giving the reaction of, what did I do? What did I? You knew what you did. You reached in there and you didn't get the ball. That is a foul.
Atkinson has it in the corner, gets it up now to Andrade. Looked like it could have been a steal there by Robert Manella, but he is going to be called with the foul, and we are in bonus now. So it's going to be Dean Andrade at the line for 2.
Once again, I'm liking this aggressive defense here from Kings Christian, but if you're going to be aggressive with the chest, with the torso, not so much with the hands going in and reaching all the time. There is a way to play defense and force turnovers without having to try and always go for the steal.
Dean Andrade at the line now. One of the 7 seniors here for Thornlea, graduating this year, 2017 class. He sinks the first one. He's got one more now. Again, it is 102-87, a minute and 13 seconds left to go in the game as he sinks the second. Here's Lucas Sakota, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Manella. Manella back to Sakota in the corner. He drives. Goes up for the Covey. It's just short. An offensive rebound, though, by Morvan. Now he gets it to Sakota. Antwi right down the middle with power. Gets it to Morvan. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Antwi's going to have to go up. He goes up, but it doesn't hit the rim, Ryan. 43.3 seconds left to go in the game. It is Thornlea ball on the sideline.
Yep. Looks like here a great effort. Excellent defense there by Thornlea, staying patient.
The shot clock didn't get reset quick enough, so they're going to bring it back now, give Thornlea the ball once again with 24 on the shot clock, 43.3 on the game clock. Here's Cassius McNeely. McNeely back over to Brathwaite. Brathwaite right back to McNeely. 15 seconds on the shot clock now. They get it to Atkinson. McNeely once again on top. Brathwaite releases. That one goes over the backboard. 24.5 seconds left to go in the game, Ryan. Good enough for one more possession.
We'll see if Kings Christian can finish this game with a strong possession. Unfortunately, like we said, early in that fourth quarter, had no real response for Sean Miller-Moore and the rest of this team on those those full court presses, and that's really what ended up costing them in this game, unfortunately, because once again, how many times have we said such great effort by this team, but unable to come together and put it forward.
Kobe Antwi makes it look easy on the right-hand side. Dean Andrade now. He's going to dribble it out at the end of this one, Ryan. 103-89. The Thornlea Thunder take this one. They move now to a record of 8-11. Kings Christian falls behind a record now of 19-1.
And unfortunate turn of events here and results here for Kings Christian. Once again, really nothing for them to be too ashamed of. Excellent effort. A great way to kick off the game, shooting the lights out as they always do, and they start off with some fresh legs. But really, that's where it's going to come down to now, is making sure and having the capability of closing out these games and staying with their opponents when the heat is on and once the fatigue is set in a little bit less dribbling with the head down, a little bit more continuing to work as a team when times are getting tough. That's going to be the lessons this team is going to need to take with them going into next season, but more importantly, with the playoffs starting just around the corner.
Let's talk about playoffs real quick before we end this broadcast. Monday, April 3rd is the first play-in round. Southwest will take on Father Henry Carr. The winner of that game, Ryan, get your pencil out because I'm going to go through this. The winner of that game, Southwest and Carr, will play Orangeville on April 6th at Orangeville. The next play-in round, Ridley versus Kings Christian. That one is April 3rd as well. The winner of that game will go on to play Athlete Institute on April 6th at Athlete Institute. Moving on even more. Thornlea for that play-in round on April 3rd will play Vaughan Prep. The winner of that game will move on to play TRC on April 5th. The final 8 also includes Lincoln versus Bill Crothers. That's April 5th as well. Final 4 is April 4th, and the final game of this OSBA League is April 12th. Make sure you tune in. We will be at those games broadcasting them. We're excited to have you, and thanks for tuning in tonight.
Have yourselves a great and fantastic evening.